Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mediak. And this week we have a bit of a sad episode. Our boy Chandler is not here, sadly. And I'm going to admit that I'm a bit of a bad friend and I don't know where. I mean, we wouldn't say even if I did know because of podcast reasons. But I mean, I guess I didn't have to admit that. As usual, we have Skylar over there, Austin down there, and then your boy Zach right here. We're going over Monsters Inc. today. Stay tuned to afterwards if you want to hear some media-related news and then other stuff that we watched in between recordings. But yeah, who wants to hit it off with what Monsters Inc. is about? I mean, I feel like everyone probably knows.
Oh, that's like a crazy thing.
I mean, I don't know.
I go. Kids have format. I'm not saying.
Yeah, it is the format.
I can give it a 10, but I could probably limit it to like 5 sentences. We all kind of get the gist. We're thrown into this Monsters Inc. world that everybody's very familiar with, old Disney, and they're running out of power in the city. It's run by Scream. They're working for a factory. A little mishap happens, and then later on, they find an alternative power to Scream that's better, and the company is saved, and the town is back with power. To very quickly sum up this movie and skip the entire middle portion. That is Monsters Inc. Yeah. They're out of power, still out of power, mishap, fixed power, and now it's permanently good and permanently fixed. And they kind of cheat.
Did they really have like a power issue though? Like
it was just,
that was the B plot of the movie for the most part.
Yeah.
Well, I get that they needed Scream, but like it. In my mind, that was like we need energy. Everyone needs energy. Like it's a constant. Like you need a constant influx. I guess I didn't get the vibe that they were like really dying for it.
One thing I made a mistake after this morning. Whenever I realized I went back because I didn't really take notes on things I didn't like, but like there were things I didn't like in this movie. So it's going to be hard to talk about that specifically. So I'm hoping you guys are going to handle that. I have the energy stuff down. Don't worry. I was paying attention to that in this movie. That was something I was like, I wanna figure this out. I think it's something that. So this is gonna sound stupid. This is gonna sound really. It's like some sort of multiversal emotion, like wave thing. Has to have something to do with that because like.
Oh, you're trying to get the like logistics of like how that issue works.
Because her emotions don't impact like anything on the other side of the door in like the human world, but the second they travel over, they do. So maybe it's some sort of like the second they travel into the other universe, their emotions now have like some sort of impact on the electrical frequency of that world. I'm telling you, I wrote it down.
I'm glad, but I noticed that there was a power outage because at the very beginning, not outage, but like blow on power because at the very beginning of the movie they chose to walk instead of take a car because of the shortage.
That and Water News was like, this is the worst year we've ever had, and it just keeps getting worse and worse whenever it comes to power. And then they mentioned how like a couple times they mentioned how bad the power was. I remember there was a time where Randall did about halfway through the movie, and then obviously Randall's entire shtick was like trying to find a solution for the power shortage, which is like automated child energy multiverse suckage.
You gotta throw multiverse in there, man. Like
I had to throw that in there because of the word.
I don't think it's multiverse.
I had to add another word in there so it didn't sound as weird. That's 100%. That's 100 billion jillion % the reason I put it in that sentence there. So I'm just saying.
I argue a dimensional split
joke. Yeah, it's more of like a dimensional split. Yeah. Because they're clearly the same. I'd say they're the same world, but like, because they have a map of the entirety of Earth on the other place, and there's no way they like took the time to track out Earth because they think everyone's toxic over there. So they probably it's the exact same layout, like 1-to-1. So that's why they have the map of the other planet, and they're able to do that, right? That's what I figured. Anyone?
I think we're analyzing this too much. Like, I'm sorry to say that. Like
Oda level world building. Right. I think they actually thought about this much because they went into like how different sized creatures are able to do different things, and there's a lot of detail in the different scares.
What do you what do you mean by that? Expand on the different sized creatures. What?
They had different houses for different sizes at the beginning of the movie while they were walking in the background. Like
Because they
They
need
did.
bigger houses for bigger monsters.
yeah. Where they need
And
to
that's
show
like,
world building.
what level?
Yeah, Bill, I think this is
Like, just like, or did you expect a giant monster to come out of a standard sized house?
that's how not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some other shit does that. Let's be honest here. I mean, Cars. They were just like, what should we do? Buildings in the Cars universe, cones.
Yeah, I don't.
Why?
I don't want to say I disagree because, like, I think with how short this movie was, which I didn't realize it was as short as it was.
I didn't either.
There was a lot of stuff that happened, and like it was breakneck pace, and it was like an hour and a half, not even like hour and a half including credits. But I do agree that the world building, like for the time that they had, was like really good because you felt like you were really in a different, like a monsters first type thing.
I don't.
Yeah, and I like the building aspect of their banished monsters and they're stuck in the regular world. And then I like seeing them and then him going, like talking about like it was the abominable.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Abominable Snowman.
Crazy or whatever.
Yeah, and he was like,
Oh, I love
there's a
that.
village in the street.
He's what was he? He's like he calls himself King Itchy, and he wears a crown.
Yeah. That was.
It's like, oh, weird. I'm like, is that a Jesus show?
Austin, I want to address what you said. You said it went at a breakneck pace, and I don't think it necessarily went at a breakneck pace. I just don't think it ever stopped. But there was like not an abundance of, because whenever I think breakneck, I think of, I mean, ironically enough, if you stay tuned to the news segment, the Super Mario movie, I think that movie moves at a breakneck pace because there's just so much in it that there's literally no time for downtime at all. When I feel like there is some downtime in this, like they take the exposition moments as the downtime. I'm specifically thinking of like the Cheerio moment where they're like trying to figure out a plan. I would not ever see, I don't think I would picture that scene where it's just kind of like them calmly trying to figure out a plan in a movie I would consider breakneck.
I get where you're coming
That's a
from.
good point.
Yeah, I guess I just define breakneck differently. Like, I don't think you could take any scene out of this movie, like, and have the plot not be impacted. Like, even the Cheerios, like, especially the Cheerios scene, like, in my mind, it's just like every single scene was plot driven. Like, there weren't like unnecessary character interactions.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess that's like. Well, no, I think that a lot of movies like do take their time at some points, and like you'll have just character like building interactions.
I think the National
and
a lot more.
I agree. Yeah, 100%. I get
Find out.
I think done right, those moments actually add to the movie a lot more. I
wasn't saying breakneck as an insult. I think tight's probably it's very, very tight. There's no like extra fluff that's added, and it's just all entertaining, fast paced, and plot driven.
Yeah, for the most part.
It's very hard for me to think about these characters without including the monsters like university one to it too, because like the shift and like the growth between each character from that movie to this movie is ridiculous. And I really like Sully's character in this, like the really big scary guy, but like only at work and exclusively at work, and he's like the super nice, like calm guy. Like the two I mean, in all time, what would he be the greatest monster in their town because he is about to break the scare record? And then teenagers, and then the two teenagers. I'm saying teenagers because they both had braces and they were working as like an entry level job in Monsters Inc. They were like just like trying to talk to him, and he like talked to him a little bit. And then Mike made him move on, and then he went by. But it's really weird to see him like that in this movie, but not and to very vaguely just push it aside to not see him like that in Monsters University.
It's kind of interesting to see because like I'm kind of realizing now like both of his character arcs, even though he's starting at a very different place, are kind of the same. Like he just learns empathy two different ways. Like I don't want to dive too much in Monsters University since we're gonna talk about that like next week. But like in this one, like he is a nice guy or a nice monster, however you want to say it. But like he learns to extend that empathy to like the children that he's scaring in that world, and like realizes that they're people too, and like they're really not very different. And think in Monsters University, it's just more. It's like himself. He extends the empathy to other monsters, and this one, it's all monsters extended to all human beings, kind of.
Dude, I don't know why, but I got a lot of the like the energy source in this thing, kind of, because like I thought a lot of Sully's driving thing. I'm not.
That's very fun. I'm like, I have no idea like where you're getting it from. Like, I love that
world, because like a lot of Sully's motivations weren't like necessarily, because it was back and forth on whether or not like everyone else will be impacted by him taking care of Boo or not. In him feeling this way and like learning with her impacts how he is going to like change the rest of the monster world and how they're going to view humanity from there on out. I felt like that was like a huge part of his character development, not just him developing morality, because I felt like he always had it. Because like the second he found Boo, he was different from all the other monsters and he was interested in taking her in. Like after like an initial scene of him getting like upset about it, eventually he kind of overcame it, and then it was just about him trying to change the monster world for the most part.
But I mean, I wouldn't even say that though, because like his goal wasn't to change the monster world or like really even to change how they perceive humans. Like he wanted to help Boo, but I think it really came down to that scene wherever he like, huh?
I said I guess what I'm thinking of is more towards the B plot. I'm just like thinking about those scenes more.
Yeah, I know. I think it can definitely be interpreted that way, but I'm more thinking of like that scene where he like scares as like a demo to like the new hires, and he sees the effect it has on Boo, and I at least in my mind that shows like he kind of realizes what they're doing is wrong, and like he's like, okay, I love Boo, like Boo's awesome, I want to protect her, and like I can't believe what I did to her. And in my mind, he also extends that to everyone else, and they kind of use the accidentally found laughing is better than screaming.
Do you think it was an accident? I don't think it was.
What do you mean? Like, I mean, how else would it?
Well, because he says like earlier in the movie, make Boo laugh. And then he noticed it gives off energy and he was able to open a door with it.
4 times in the movie.
Yeah,
but
like, that was also
the first time it's in the apartment.
Roared at Boo. Where he said make Boo laugh happened after the scene where he roared at Boo.
Yeah, the apartment thing was the first time.
Yeah. Austin, to go off of that scene a little bit, I also think that's the moment where obviously I think you might have mentioned it a little bit where he was like, okay, we need to stop this whole entire thing. Like, I don't really care if it stops the power shortage or whatever, we'll figure it out, just because I now realize that this is like I see the other side of it. It's shitty, bad for everyone, not just me. But Sky, to go off of that, yeah, that's like the turnaround point where they realize that there is like a completely different source that they can go off of.
That was going to be the question I was waiting to ask. At what point in the movie do you think Sully realizes that they can use laughs instead of screams to power their city?
It was,
or at least to power something.
I think it was the 3rd or 4th time they saw it, right before he said, make Boo laugh or something. She like giggled or something, and he saw the lights like flicker a little bit, right?
But he knew that was like the like I think they established that after the apartment scene where like the helicopters were like shining and stuff, like he knew that her laughing was a danger and caused attention at the very least. When he realized it was an energy source, like I don't know if they ever really talked about that or it was clear. Like there wasn't like an epiphany type of moment, at least that I saw.
Fair.
One that I saw was whenever he like they were at the door and he was yelling, make Boo laugh to Mike, and Mike was like on the beam or like on another, like I think it was a beam.
Yeah, but
trying to make him laugh.
Say that. Like what would make him?
Yeah.
There's no reason for him to
like clearly he knows at that point, and I agree, but like it wasn't like oh my gosh, we can make Boo laugh and make the doors work. Like
I might have been wrong. I didn't write it down. But like there was a bit where she might have just giggled for a second and no one said anything, and then the things lit up and he looked and saw it. Am I wrong with that? Am I imagining that?
I think her giggling didn't really do anything. She giggled a lot of points of the movie, and I don't think that really had an effect.
That's right. I think
it might have been like the dots all connected in that moment, because every time she hysterically laughed, all of the like power like short circuited.
Yeah.
And he's like, in that moment, he's like, oh, she short circuited this with laughing. Maybe I can get it to turn on a door and not just short circuit it.
Right.
And I think that was like the moment where, like on the beam, where all the dots like connected, that it could be a power source, and all the ones like prior, he was like, "Huh, that was weird," but like kept like a mental note of it. I also feel like I'm analyzing this a lot.
Nope, dude.
Monsters.
Friends have taken down the energy scalar
I think I found a point, and I think
17 times.
yeah, Zach's talking about like the economics of the energy in the monster. So like, I don't think you're going past that. But I think I'm changing my opinion because like I don't think there was a point throughout the entire thing. Yes, they realized that they could use the laughing to trigger like an electrical pulse and like overstimulate the like lights and stuff like that. I don't think it was until the very end when Waternoose got like axed and everything, and they're like, "What are we gonna do for power?" I think if there was an epiphany moment, it was that moment. Because like even though he realized that obviously it like caused everything to like surge, I think that moment was when he's like, okay, we can use what we have been using like for the doors and like everything else as the replacement that we need. Like I don't think that was their main concern most of the movie. It was really just getting Boo back, and that was just another thing they had to work around. In my opinion.
That's like a good point. I feel like he might have like figured out like the one that can be used. I don't think he knew how strong it would be, but I think he knew it was a option. Like before the end of the getting Boo back portion, and then the Waternoose stuff, he's like canned, and then he's like, well, and then like to your point, like that's when like the epiphany that, oh, this is actually just better than before. But I think Sully knew it as an option before. Not that it was better, but that it was an alternative. And then probably just like in the moment at the one scene you're talking about, hoping it was better than scares and it would work. And then it just happened to be. And then obviously no longer power shortage.
I think there's not really a definitive answer. It's just interpretation. Because it's moving so fast. I don't think it had like, it didn't have the runtime to explore like the not subconscious, but like background thoughts of like the B plot of like finding new energy. Like it was focused on getting Boo back and their challenges they faced up to that point.
Yeah, we've probably talked about it. Okay, this is a little hypocritical of me, but we've probably talked about it more than they've thought about it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Now let's get back to the energy topic.
Oh yeah, dude. That's going to my notes, dude. I have more. It's up to 42 times.
Yeah. What's the measurement of energy of screams? Like
6
kiloscream? What? 6?
7? Right. Do you like the twist that the person who does like the paperwork, I think your name was Roz, being the undercover agent for the, what was it, Child Detection Service?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Agency?
Child Defense Agency, or like, I think so.
It was detection.
Agency?
Because it was like
CDA.
Yeah, I think it is too, but I couldn't remember what the abbreviation was in the moment. I knew it was Child Detection something, but because I personally really like that twist. I find it really funny.
It is.
That was cheaper.
Yeah, it definitely is. I can't tell if it's obvious because of the things that she's saying or because I know the twist, you know? I think that's something that
I don't think it's obvious. I don't think there was any. I'd argue there's no setup for it. Like, what would be the setup? Like, I mentioned the paperwork.
It's entirely.
I'm like, in hindsight, it makes sense. Like, if you'd want someone like to be undercover, you'd want to be like the paperwork.
Always watching. Like, I don't know. That just makes you sound like you're so higher than what you are.
She did mention how he missed the paperwork so much. And that he just doesn't do it.
And she was in the middle.
And he was like,
like for her number.
Yeah, she was. But, paperwork seems like it's pretty important in this movie, considering doing the paperwork didn't get done multiple times. And then Mike didn't do it the one time Boo got out. And then it was brought up again that Mike didn't turn it in.
You're right.
So it seemed like a pretty big deal.
In my mind, that's what half of the employees are for. Like all of the like sidekick monsters, like, because I was thinking about that. I'm like, if the one guy's scaring, the other guy's supporting, obviously, but like, what support do you need? Throwing the eyes on the big guy without eyes, or like fluffing up Sully whenever he's looking a little flat. I feel like it's mostly a paper pushing type of job. At least logically, that makes sense.
They did have a desk like right by their scare station, right? Because I mean, Sully hid under them.
Basically, just it's jotting down how much scream he got, how fast it was, or whatever.
Yeah, so I mean, paperwork seems like it's a pretty huge portion of this, especially with a company that's going under. It makes sense for more paperwork to be filed.
Paperwork's important everywhere, man. That's what 80% of jobs are, is just pushing paper.
It's fucking stupid. What are things you guys didn't like about this movie?
Some of the CG scenes were pretty bad.
Entire movie, brother.
I know, but some of the scenes really stick out more than others, and a lot of it's with the one that like glaringly sticks out in my head is after they figure out that laughter can be used as one, and Mike is in the room with the child. The child looked really bad. Other than Boo. Boo looks okay,
I think.
Yeah, the rest of them pretty bad. So I would say that.
Like I think
fake child really bad
is passable because it's not supposed to be a real child; it's a fake child. So I'm like, okay, you don't look good. But like the real child,
I'm like that was fake. It was a dummy. It's not supposed to look actually like.
The real child isn't a dummy.
Yeah, the real child didn't look good either.
I actually wrote down.
Like Boo didn't look good.
I thought Boo looked good.
No, she's like the only one. She's like the only. Like, do you remember the scene where Mike Wazowski's on the end of the bed telling like stand-up comedy?
Oh yeah.
Child didn't look good. Like those, like the children that are not Boo don't look good.
I disagree.
Monsters don't look good. I thought they looked like claymation little garbage creatures.
I really remember them that much. I don't think a lot of this looks really good.
So when was this made? Like 2003?
2001.
I think every monster looks good.
Compare this
today. Compare the strands of hair on Sully. It is insane how fucking beautifully animated Sully is, and Mike to add to that too. You could say
Sorry, I know the fact about Sully is I saw that they had to like make a new like modeling like software to just model Sully's hair. Like that's why they were able to get like each individual hair. And like I feel like I noticed that really well during this movie. And I don't know, I like, especially for its time, like we're not gonna go back. Like we can make a comment on a movie from like the 1980s and be like, man, that green screen looks obvious. But like,
to be fair, how many negatives do you really have about this movie? We have to nitpick this.
No, okay, you're right. I'll give you that. I won't know. I had no negatives right down. I was like,
like the only negative is some of the children don't look as good as the monsters. But the monsters look so good.
I think like some of the like obvious it's a kids movie stuff, like
no, I won't accept that. This is a good movie.
Yeah,
you keep going.
I agree with you, but let's hear it.
It's a fucking stupid. Okay, yeah, you could look at this movie.
Just keep going.
But okay, like the bit where there's like three that come to mind. There's one that's like my least favorite scene that I'm not gonna bring up, and then there's the joke. And I know it's a joke, but like the film part of my brain is like I can't let that slide. It's the bit where Randall punches the bathroom door and it swings open, and Sully and all of them are very obviously there in his vision, and then the door comes back and closes. Like, I get it. I know that's a joke, but that's just something that at the end. And then how fast everything wraps up, how quick Mike and Sully were able to come up with the idea to shut down the entire operation. Like, they were on the door for about 10 seconds, and they were like, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the door. We're going to pretend like we don't need to, like, we can't open the door right here, right now, because they can open the door whenever they want at any time because they have laughter. We've shown that we can see them open the door wherever. So they didn't need to go all the way down to that area. So they planned out that they have to bring the door all the way over down there. And then we're going to record him saying that he's going to kidnap 1,000 children and it's going to shut down the entire thing. And then just so happens that Roz wanted to shut down the entire thing the entire time. So then now the entire thing is shut down and no one cares. No one is like, oh, I don't want to. I want Scream. I think Scream is a better energy source. I don't want to switch to laughter or anything like that. And then movie's over. And
you're mad that they didn't have conservatives in the Monsterverse?
I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying, like, these are the things that like whenever
a lot of those are very valid points. I just
in the plot, those are things that came out to me that I pointed out. But then there's also nostalgia.
Those are valid.
That's like, I love this movie and I want to ignore everything that I thought right there.
If they added like a decent chunk of time to this movie, I would say, yeah, they definitely should have had like the like pushback from swapping, but it was only an hour. That's 30 minutes credit.
That is number 20 on the list of things that I said. The other things are way more important, I feel.
I think the stuff with like water noose and like the trap, like that, like the logistics of how that made sense. That I didn't think about that. That makes sense. Yeah. With Roz, I think there's just like Sky said, there's just like a lack.
No build up.
Yeah, I know. I agree. That's what I'm saying though. I'm like, I don't know if that's I think that's a fair criticism. I see where you're coming from, but like, I think unless you could like replace a scene with added context, then I don't know if I'm personally going to criticize them, because like, I don't know how that would work really. Like, how do you add foreshadowing to like
I'm not
the taking down of the Scream? Like,
I don't know. I just, it was a hard thing to do when they introduced making the CEO like the main sort of villain of it, because you had to do something big to get him down, but it also had to...
I don't think that was it was a twist, but like watching this again, that was one of the things I looked out for. Mm-hmm. And Waternoose saying that this company has been in his family for like decades.
For it, yeah.
Yeah, I need to do anything for it. But like specifically, I'm like, how don't more people know that children aren't actually like toxic or poisonous, or what do you want to say? And it's because his family has just kept this like generations long secret to profit off of. And he was just an evil CEO that was willing to do whatever he had to protect his own money. At least that's how I saw it in my mind. So like, I don't know. I thought they did that well.
Well, another part is, so it was passed down from his family for a while. There's a chance he didn't even know. I mean, who really wants to test that?
No, I can point. He knew because he took Boo and carried her.
He just carried her.
I noticed. Yeah. I'm like, that confirmed.
That's a good point. I didn't. Yeah. So he did know.
And he also, he tasked Randall with coming up with...
I was like, and Randall knew too. Yeah.
Yes. That's I didn't like think about that at the time.
Oh, like it's cool though, right? Like that's genuine like foreshadowing. Like it's not like Waternoose's switch was just the same as Roz's. Like it was something they've built towards. At least how I saw it in my mind. So, I thought it was cool.
I want you guys to know that me saying that I do like this movie.
You're good. We have to find something.
I agree.
Something.
I'm glad you did like bringing that up with like a plot twist of having it be like a film set. I think that's a big criticism.
Very valid point.
Yeah, and I didn't think about that.
Like if I never watched this movie, I tried my mindset was I've never seen this movie before going into this. I'm going to judge this as if I'm watching it in the theaters. I'm going to tear it apart. And like, it was almost completely fine up until the very tail end of the movie. And I was like, what the fuck? I thought there was a little bit more like to that bit there, but it's okay. Overall, I still think the movie is really fantastic. I love the like Austin, you're gonna love this. The Multiverse of Madness scene where they're like running through the different doors, going from like one part of Earth to Monster World to one part of Earth.
Yeah, it's like Paris, the Himalayas. Like
great time. It was really fantastic. The climax of
that was. I decided about 3 minutes ago while we're talking what my favorite scene was, and that was up there, but that was not the one I ended up deciding on. So
I have one, and it has not been said yet either. So I'm
nice.
I'm gonna have you guys go first when we do that, because I genuinely have no idea what my favorite scene would be.
There's only like really one more thing that I would say, and it's how would you change the like plan they had to catch Waternoose if you just had to replace instead of like adding?
I don't think there's a way to change it is the thing.
I think you'd have to add. I think you'd have to make the movie longer.
You would have to make it longer, but like
I don't even think that's the case. Like they don't have like I think the Roz twist was 100% necessary because they don't have. Well, yes, I know, but I'm saying like with Waternoose and everything, like they needed a larger organization to go with them against this. Like I don't think there's a way that they could catch water news otherwise, really. And I know you're specifically talking about like the recording of everything, like how they set that up. But like, how would you do that? Because like, what are they gonna report him to the cops and say like, this guy? What did he even do? Yeah, he's just bad. Like,
I guess
they hate people. Like,
I don't know.
Like what? Weren't the CDA like in the room with Mike too? So were they there in the recording room? So like Mike and the CDA clearly had to have talked and said, we found some stuff. Wait here. And then they brought in a child, and the CDA is supposed to like watch out for.
They should have got really upset immediately.
Yeah, they should have been really mad at Mike and Sully.
I have a correction that they could make, because I think Mike bringing in the CDA is based on one assumption. It's that they do not hate or dehumanize. That's a weird thing to say in this context, but they don't like want to kill children. Like they want to minimize the harm to them. And I think there should have been like a line or something like earlier in the movie that said like, okay, hey, they're toxic and everything, but we are using them solely logistically for their streams. Like we don't want to harm them. Like the CDA is partially to protect children, because like otherwise why show them the water news thing where he's saying he's going to kill children? Like who cares? Like
that's exactly what I realized. I was like, that's a funny line. Oh yeah, I kidnap 1,000 children, but like, why does that even matter? Like, the children get kidnapped. They are already getting screamed at for a job. That's a job.
No, that's what I'm saying. Add that line, and I think that fixes it completely.
Right.
And does that also make the beginning scene with the sock a little weird? How they blew up the sock?
No, I don't think they're gonna like. It's not like they blow up a child like that.
It's true, but we didn't see that.
That's true.
We didn't see like it in that context. They saw it exclusively to catch water news, and then the other time they saw a child thing, they literally blew it up. And then the other time they like closed down facilities to look for this child. So I think they feel like that pull.
So fucking weird.
This is they basically like there was no point in that made me think that they like are concerned for the child's safety.
I would agree with
that one.
But like I think that they needed to add that.
Yeah, no, Austin.
Like I think because like I don't think destroying a sock shows like a lack of empathy for humans. I think that just shows an overabundance of caution in regards to like their toxicity. So like I think they should have said like, okay, we need to like get this child back, and maybe someone was like, yeah, just blow up the whole facility. Like, no, we don't need to do that. We just want to help. I thought that was a good suggestion.
I have a point to Skylar against Austin. Okay. So
okay.
you know the scene where I want you guys to keep in mind when you ask why they cut this scene or changed the scene, I want you to keep in mind the year in which this movie came out. But whenever they're running away from the sushi place, they put that barrier over the sushi place. Mm-hmm. Google it right now. Look up Monsters Inc. Cut or sushi original scene. They blow it up. They explode the building. They absolutely like massive explosion with shockwaves going past Sully and Mike.
Okay, that's just the plot hole then. Like, if they were killing kids, then there's no reason why water news should.
I think they on the spot changed it, thinking about the time period in which this movie was made. Yes. I think it was a necessary change. Yep. They're like, we don't care about the repercussions. It's not in the movie.
Yep. Did you watch the scene?
Yeah. No, but I can think. I can visualize what you just did, and then I was like, this is the early 2000s. What historical event happened that year?
I don't want to blow up buildings in this political landscape.
So that's an understandable change. I feel like that would have caused a lot of issues at the time.
But that adds to your point, Skylar, that they don't care.
It does,
and that's a genuine issue within the movie.
Yeah, and until they do. Until they do.
Yeah,
Until they do.
That's an issue. I do have an opinion on the dome thing. I think it should have been added to the movie because I think that would have been funny as hell.
That's
now, yes.
That's great.
Now, yes.
What
I think regardless, I would have loved it.
what I did was during the movie, I actually paused it and I said, "Gee, 1 second," and I pulled up YouTube and I pulled up the scene and showed it to her, and she said, "Oh my god."
Okay, can you imagine going to watch this movie in theaters and you're with your mom and your dad, and then you get to the scene, the screen just like, yeah, just staring at it, and they're like, "What did you do?" And then I don't know, MySpace is going crazy, Facebook is going wild, the beginning of the internet is going insane. Yeah, they're like, "Oh, I can't the thing. Oh, the building."
Dude,
Cancel culture exists then. It's okay.
that's
Um,
do we want to get into favorite, least favorite, funniest?
yeah, let's get into that.
You guys go first. I have no idea what my favorites are.
Okay, so Austin, you go first, so then I potentially steal as little as possible, because that seems to be what I'm good at right now.
You steal my worst scene, and my funniest scene is vague, so I'm thinking I'm good.
Mine is too, so it might not be.
I didn't prepare as much, and my phone's not turning on.
I can go. I do have all mine up right.
Okay, yeah, maybe you go, and then I'll just go around that. I'm like, I have one of the 300.
I'll think of a favorite scene.
Okay, so I already kind of briefly mentioned mine. My least favorite is Mike sitting on the edge of the bed trying to do stand-up comedy to the child. It just felt awkward, and it didn't look that good either. So I like, again, this movie is very good. I don't think you can get rid of it, and it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. I just think the rest of the movie is a decent bit better, and I think they could have done that scene a little differently and kind of had the same result and have it not be as small and awkward. But I get that Mike is a more awkward person, so it makes sense, but still just not my favorite. So my favorite scene is kind of like a standout, but it's after Sully is the new CEO of Monsters Inc. and he rebuilt Boo's door for Sully. I think that's just such a nice scene that kind of like, it's like the chef's kiss at the end of the movie. It's so nice. He has the one piece on the clipboard. He has the drawing, and he gets to see Boo one more time. It was just like, it was really just the icing on the cake. It was such a good scene. And this movie's overall really good. So there are a lot of very, very good scenes. This is just, this one I just felt was like a little step above the rest. And so my funniest is not actually within this movie. My funniest is Mike's new car, which was our short we had to watch. It was so funny. Yeah, it's the new car, the scene with Sully going up and down, the opening and closing it now. It was good. It was so funny. It was the funniest, like 2 minutes, 35 seconds. And both. I enjoyed it, and I'm glad you made it. So I'm glad you told us because I liked it.
I remembered yesterday, and I told Caroline, I'm like, we have to watch the Mike's car scene after this, and we were both just like exhausted. And we like passed out a minute after, and I totally forgot about it today. So
Okay.
I'm gonna
You're fine. So
I actually,
Mike, I'll give you a rundown, Austin.
Okay.
So they Sully and Mike walk outside, and do you remember Mike's car from the movie? Picture a yellow Hummer. Now, that is his new car. He opens the door. Mike gets in. He's showing him nothing is working right. Sully keeps touches up while Mike's trying to figure out his new car. The hood's opening. Sully's going up and down. Sully tries to adjust the mirror, snaps it off. The car's still not working. The hood's flying open. Mike's stuck underneath. He slams his hands. It was comedy gold. I liked it. I was so glad that I used the 2 extra minutes. It says it's 5, but like half of it's a credits. So, yeah. So that was my funniest. Do we want to go into score now?
I didn't actually think that the stuff was all that funny, but I fucking thought
I did.
Sully moving the seat was so fun. It was honestly hilarious.
That's the point in which I decided it was my funniest. And then it just kept going. And then it was just so good. So I was like, you know what? I'm just making it the whole short. 2 minutes is fine.
Did you say favorite? So wait, you said favorite was
The rebuilding of the door. The rebuilding of Boo's door. Least favorite was Mike's comedies, the stand-up comedy on the edge of the bed with the kid at the end. And then my favorite is Mike's short.
actually? Yeah, we could go with a number.
I can. Okay. And then overall, I like this movie for all of the exact same reasons I liked it whenever I was a kid. I feel like it still holds up today. And I frankly do not care if that's nostalgia or not. I like this movie. I had a good time. I was basically never on my phone, except for like the little ad portions on Disney. Those were the only periods in which I was on my phone. I could honestly watch this whenever I want. There were some things that I still didn't like some of the CG I thought looked a little wonky, even for the time period it was in compared to the rest of the movie. So I feel pretty confident in giving this like a 7.5 out of 10. I still think this is a really good movie, but I could see some people who watch it for the first time being like, well, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, like Zach was pointing out earlier. But overall, I think it's a 7.5 out of 10, and I'm going to give Mike Short a thumbs up because it's too short to really give a number. So I give it a thumbs up.
You should watch it. Yeah, I also give Mike's car a thumbs up. I liked it a lot.
I'll give it a preemptive thumbs up.
That's
sorry to do my homework. I feel really bad about it.
I feel
It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. It was just my funniest. I'm sorry.
so. I'm gonna. Austin, did you want to go or do you need?
I can go. I'm fine with that because I actually have a funny comment. Because in my mental gymnastics to try and figure out what my least favorite scene was, I almost put your favorite scene, Sky, the rebuilding of Boo's door, and I didn't because I'm like, I do love that scene. Like I think it's so sweet, and it was like a nice, like you said, cherry on top. But like, every time I watch it, like even when I was a kid, I'm like, what the hell comes next? Like in their like universe,
To like that clearly.
Yeah, and I'm
young Boo, but do they visit each other?
Yeah, I'm like, is there like shared custody with Sully and her parents after that point? Like, what do they have like monster human relations now? Like, I don't know. That's getting too far into it, but like, really, like, what is their relationship past him saving her? Like, I don't know if that like is something that was a good addition plot wise, but I thought it was sweet and I did love it, which is why I didn't give it my least favorite.
The only thing is, I think it's like a relationship, like just kind of like a monster human relationship. You kind of show like the growth that monsters had towards humans, and it was kind of like do I say symbolism? That's like the door was the symbol to like show like that's like the point at which it changed, and then it's just kind of like knock, say hi every now and then leave.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair.
Looks at her like a cat.
Look, what? No, that defeats the whole purpose. She looks at him like a daughter. It's different.
That relationship is too weird. Like after the movie, like.
Oh yeah, that's why I said initially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think like he has love for her 100%. I think it has to be as closer to a daughter or a niece or family member than an animal, because I think that once again just dehumanizes like the people. Like I don't know. I don't know. I think it's up to interpretation. But I guess going back to like what my actual least favorite was, it was really freaking tough to decide.
It is difficult.
Yeah, and like I really enjoyed a lot of them. Like I don't think there's anything in the first half maybe that you can really critique that much, because like it's just a bunch of monster puns. And it's like nice character interactions. I don't know why. I just wasn't too much of a fan of like the sushi scene for whatever reason. Like I thought that it was like a little like, I don't know, I guess they could have handled it better and really. Yeah, like I think I guess you saying that helps a lot, because I think it's really like Mike's girlfriend that I have a little bit of an issue with. Like, it's not that I don't like her. Actually, no, I don't like her until her turning point of trusting Mike, and he's just like, Randall's trying to kill us. We're trying to save the child or whatever. And she like comes in clutch and says like, Randall broke the scare record. Up until that point, she's kind of like annoying, and she's the only character I thought that was the case for. So I thought like the sushi scene, like I thought that kind of subplot of her and Mike and her being annoyed with him was just, once again, very much nitpicking. I just have less love for that scene than I do a lot of the rest of the movie, because I couldn't, besides saying the water news thing because of the plot hole, which I was very close to saying, which I feel like is a cop out since we talked about it, that's everything else is like up here, and that's like a little dip. Yeah, but then once they like get out and like the kid is like going crazy, and everyone just like loses their mind when the child's there, and they're like, it used its telekinesis to like lift me up and choke. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was great. I love that. Funniest, I think it's like when Randall's getting his ass beat at like the very end of the movie. Like, I thought that was so funny. Like, to throw him in like a Louisiana bite, like play him off as like another gator, and they just smack the crap out of him. I want to give a small honorable mention because this was one of like the 3 notes that I had. The joke at the beginning where the slime guy went through like the sewer drain.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, great. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I always
Like wanted it.
like, it was just so subtle, and there's a lot of those. And then favorite, I think it was when Sully was like hanging on the edge of the door, and like Randall was like basically like gonna kill him, and like Boo came and saved him. Like, I like that moment a lot. It was like a nice like father-son type of moment between Boo and Sully. I loved the like banging on his head and then like him changing colors. I thought really cool, and like I liked a lot of Randall's stuff. Like, if we're talking about bad CG, I thought that was like really good. Like they able to kind of like camouflage him and like do that transition of basically just being the background to being like slightly distorted version to being himself. I thought that was very funny. I thought it was a great moment for Boo, and I thought it was really cute, to be honest. Like when she's like, yeah, whatever she said. I and that was, I don't know, it just made my heart warm. So I love this movie. I didn't realize how often I think I'd seen it until we started watching it, and every like line of the movie felt like it was like a line from a TikTok that like my brain just like automatically goes into this like, I know the rest of this line and I want to say it. And I just didn't realize how like integral this was to our childhood. I say our, not I mean to all of us.
Yeah, I really had to force myself to not like stay the next line of the movie and picture it like it's a brand new watch.
Yeah,
I problem too.
Yeah,
I didn't even try, man. I'm like, every single line was just like couch bait.
Most notably, like it could let in a child. Like
I said that alongside whenever it came into the movie.
Yeah,
and that
the bit where Mike is singing, where he's like,
yeah, put this thing back where it came from.
Like that's something I remember screaming whenever I'm like 5. It just tripped.
Yeah, it was great. I don't know. I loved it. I said it was breakneck pace, but I think that was a bad term, because I think it was, every scene was necessary and I enjoyed every scene, and I don't know. There wasn't a lot that I had to critique. And I was really in between what I'd give this movie, because I think there's very little that I can knock off, and how I rate movies is it really like kind of all starts at a 10 and then just knocks down, because I try to do kind of just enjoyment score wise. And I just loved it. I love the characters. I love the dialogue. I love the jokes. Like, the plot, I think, has some metaphors in it for like the older audience. I see your face. Like, I don't know if that's to like say that's not the case, but like,
I was saying,
more portrayed, man.
I said,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, yeah. Which is why I gave it an 8.5. I'm like, I just can't knock it down more than that. Like, I'd watch this movie again 100 times because I already have. But I'm biased, so it was great. I loved it. I'm curious what your score is going to be, Zach.
Well, that's fair. I don't know. So I didn't. It was hard for me to come up with a favorite scene of this movie, and I'm just gonna not cover anything that you guys did. So I'm gonna say two things that we didn't talk about because we didn't talk about how amazing the score in this movie is in the editing, and I think the best scene that showcases the score is the very beginning of the movie, the opening. I love the opening. I miss when movies had really good, short, sweet, really well animated, like different from what the rest of the movie is going to be. And it was just so great. It's something I always loved since I was a kid. It's one of my favorite parts of the movie is just right at the beginning with the opening.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm shocked no one else did. I we'll see if Chandler does next week. And then there was another scene that I really liked and appreciated the scene. There's going to be like almost no one else on the planet that probably does too because of how stupid it is. But I like it because of a deliberate editing moment within it to hold the camera for like into the next scene. And it was a scene of Randall slithering up and saying some sort of like insult into Mike. And then they decided instead of the like cut to the next scene to hold the camera there. And Randall turns around and walks away, and you hear his pitter patter of his feet, which immediately like made it not like what's the word I'm looking for?
Intimidating.
Yeah, intimidating at all. And then Mike turns around and he goes, and it was so fucking funny to me for some reason because like you didn't need to do that, you know, like in a different movie it would have that intimidating scene and then it would have to show Randall walking away and cut to Mike and do that. But like they had the specific pitter patter of the feet and it was within the exact same shot. I really liked that editing moment. It was really great. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, they might have held the camera for like animation reasons instead of just because the director was like, I think this will be funny. Maybe they were like, all right, we don't have the budget to do a different angle here, so we're just going to keep it like this. But I don't know. Regardless, I think it's funny. I think it turned out really great. My funniest scene is vague. It's just Boo doing things. I really liked when the hard cut to Boo drawing, and then she goes, nah. And then she slides and lands in her mouth. And then Austin mentioned it. I thought he was going to go off of it more, which made me like concerned that you were going to talk about this. But at the very end, whenever she's like, nah, 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 and I really thought that was funny. There's one other one. Oh, whenever she was falling asleep, where Sully made a joke and she went, ha, and then it stopped. Yeah. I thought that was hilarious. So yeah, Boo in general was my favorite part of the movie.
And can I jump in there with one little fun fact? Apparently, and this isn't 100% confirmed hearsay, but I want it to be true. They just like had, I think it was like the daughter or someone that worked on the film, like whoever voiced her, just kind of play on set, and they just record her and use like the little ad-libbed things she'd say, and they just throw them into the movie. Like obviously some of the names and stuff they had her say and like up to a mic, but I think a lot of it was just like playing with a kid and like the laughing was natural, and I think that really showed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought that was cute.
It was. Yeah, she's adorable.
I do hope that point is true. I really hope it is true.
That would be awesome. I guess before getting into like my overall wrap up, my least favorite scene was, in my opinion, I think the most like hitified like script moment where I think Randall in general, because I tried not to talk about this as much until the end, but I watch Monsters University yearly, like literally every single fall. I watch Monsters University. I'm a big fan of it, and like I haven't watched this movie in forever. So I have the idea of Randall from Monsters University, and he's just like not nearly as much of a character in this movie. He's just like solely the bad guy, and this is most shown in the scene where he confronts Mike. And it is like very cringe dialogue with cringe delivery. And it was like, Randall, we know that what you've been doing, getting the doors for cheating. And he goes, cheating. Right.
He does the like this thing with his arm.
Dude, I fucking hated that entire scene. It was lots of cringe. I just was like, I didn't like it. I think that was the worst written scene in the entire movie, in my opinion, like including the plot errors. I honestly would take the plot errors over like a scene that is so cringely written that it makes me have chills. So
it's also vaguely creepy.
Yeah.
Just saying you have the doors and it's like, yeah, cheating. Yeah. And That is not good. I didn't guess that in the moment.
It was weird. Not a fan of that. I don't know. I love this movie. It had to have been at least 8, now, I don't know, 7-ish years. I was trying to think of it last night since I've seen this movie in its entirety without watching like clips on TikTok or just like while my mom was watching it or something like that. And like Austin said, I remember everything about this. I remembered every single line. I remembered everything. And every joke that was funny, I still laughed at every time. And I don't know if that was because of nostalgia or because the movie is genuinely really funny. But there were also like a handful of things that I wasn't in love with, but I still have no idea. I still have no idea what I'm going to give the number of this movie because I wish more Pixar. I wish more movies. I wrote down I miss old Pixar because this is like, it's tight. It's an hour and 30 minutes, but I wouldn't describe it as fast. I'd say the movie is like medium to slow pace. It's just so well written for the most part. And we don't really get that a whole lot with animated movies. I feel like they're so much more like snappy, way faster nowadays. And I miss when movies were made like this, but like, no, something in my soul doesn't want me to give it higher than an 8. It's something is telling me 7, but
7 or 2.
I don't know.
But like,
I think I'm gonna agree with Skylar and say that this is a 7.5. I think this is a well above average movie. This is like a fantastic kids movie. I just don't think it's like nearly as perfect as I want it to be. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I agree with you there. And our Mediak average was a 7.8, so I'm fine with rounding it to an 8 overall as our average. And I feel really good with that, honestly. Yeah. I don't know. I like so much of me wants to rate this movie so much higher, but like you were saying, I just don't think I can let myself.
I think
I feel like
significantly better personally. Like,
I mean,
and something's wrong.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We'll talk about it next week. I was going to go into that a little bit, but I'm not gonna. No reason to.
See, that's crazy because I think Monsters University is worse. We can get into it next week, but I'm like,
yeah, I see who I agree with.
I want to just say the one thing, and kind of piggybacking what you said, Zach. This is an original IP. This is the first thing that ever came out, and like, imagine like
it's such a great.
I mean, you can't imagine a world where they build so much so quickly in any movie that has come out since 2010. Like, it is completely original. It is we've gone back and forth in the pacing, but like it feels comfortable. Everything's necessary, but like you I don't know. I love it. I'm like, I feel bad for bringing up our average so much since you guys have the same score, but like
no, honestly, it took me. If like I was trying to think, like I'm trying to take nostalgia and bias out of my mind.
I factored in nostalgia, like if that wasn't clear.
I really
tried not to.
I'm officially going an 8, just because Austin did bring up my very first point of
we're just at 8.
Was that this doesn't change it changes my number. My very first thing I wrote down was this movie is such a great idea, and like. Yeah, the aspect of it is so creative. Like, what if there was some sort of world where they governed the monsters that went to children and they just ran with it and were so creative with it? They thought about every aspect of it. They didn't just do the laziest thing possible, like Cars. It's such a great idea. I am ashamed that I gave it a lower. I don't even know. I don't
feel bad, Sky.
I mean, no really seems right.
As long as it's not below a 7, that's fine. Like, I'm like it.
No, I could.
It's hard to give it
anywhere from like I could bounce anywhere from like 7.5 to like 9.5. It is so enjoyable, and it is the exact same movie that I really, really liked whenever I was a kid, and that hardly ever happens.
It's tough on the rate,
especially watching it however many years later. And with how everything looks now, it's really difficult to give a for sure rating because like I know exactly how I felt about the movie back then.
That's definitely true.
Yeah,
I'm happy with
the next segment.
Yeah, Knox away with your news.
Okay, I don't have a whole lot. If someone wants to pull up all the games that were announced during the.
I mean, you could start off with.
No, we're saving that for last. Right? Best thing for last, Skyler. What the fuck? Come on.
Sorry.
I'm disappointed.
One of the games is Mario Tennis Fever.
Skylar was going to be really excited about that, dude.
I am.
I was watching a bunch of people. There was a Nintendo Direct the other day, either yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever it was. And I watched a bunch of people react to it. And like everyone was like, I couldn't have announced the most unhyped sports game for Mario. And I was like, shut the fuck up. I know Skylar is going to be excited about this.
I am.
I thought that was...
I saw somebody thought it was like Mario Baseball, and that is undeniably better.
Yeah.
But I still like tennis, so I'll take tennis.
The other one, I thought I was like...
Tennis was awesome. Like, besides, like... I don't know. I really like
They're adding motion controls and different like tricks to it too. I think it could be fun.
That's hype, bro.
I am hype
on it.
Well, yeah, they have all the spins, but they also have like a little like
I guess we can talk.
dive kind of where it's like a flick back over, and then I think they added like motion controls so you do the spin. Oh, I don't know. I'm excited.
That's cool.
I'm excited.
I thought the weird part. So other than the Mario announcements, I thought that the weird thing was that like the hype part of the announcements were DLC for games that aren't out yet. Well, one was DLC for a game that's not out yet. One is for DLC for Donkey Kong Bonanza that only came out like a month ago. I was like,
people are hyped about that though.
I know that people were hyped about that, but like announce something, don't have like a big...
They did announce Pokemon as like Animal Crossing, which looks kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool. And I don't know if I'll get it, but like, it's a cool concept.
Animal Crossing has a big audience, and like, maybe they'll be excited. I don't know if that overlaps with Pokemon, though.
I don't know. I feel like they might just do Animal Crossing, but
yeah, that's a good point.
They showed more gameplay of Metroid Prime 4. And someone I was watching brought up a fantastic point. I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, but they said that it's been 15 years since the last Metroid Prime game came out. And they've only remastered the first one. So like, basically no one has played Metroid Prime 2 and 3 in the last 15 years. Like the audience that they're going for with this game, even though it is like insanely hyped, is very tiny. Or at least the people that will like fully understand the story. And it does look really cool. But I don't know. I thought that was a really great point that person brought up. Other Nintendo news, we're going to save the Mario stuff for last. Other Nintendo news, they had that patent thing. Which it's terrible. Don't get me wrong. It is terrible that they're doing it, but they are blowing it out of proportions because it isn't like all summoning in all games. It's just like related specifically to Pokemon style capturing and like capsules and throwing. It's like specifically that. It's still terrible, but people are like, oh, it's going to ruin Final Fantasy because or Dark Souls because you could summon friends or whatever. But that's not necessarily what it is. Still bad overall, but not all that bad. The reason why I'm talking about
it also
good.
They also showed Mega Raichu Y and X.
That was in the DLC that I was talking about for.
Oh, sorry. I was actually waiting for you to mention it because I wanted to hear what you thought of Mega Raichu X and Y, and then the starters like Greninja, Chestnut, and
So the Raichus are specifically in the DLC, not in the actual base game of it. I'm indifferent towards that. I don't think they look good nor bad. I think they look like Raichu. But I liked the Fire Witch. I don't remember her name, but I like that one a lot. The other ones, I'm like, they're fine enough. I think
that's true.
Looks like an RGB mouse. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I think that's a good thing. But I like him. I think he looks good.
I like Chestnut. He looks cool.
He does look cool, yeah. I mean, all of them look cool. I just like the Fire Witch the most. And next is The Conjuring. They're making a Conjuring TV show, which is funny because they were like, oh, we're done making Conjuring stuff because of the movie. But no, it's never going to end. It's always going to keep going. So Austin, oh, dude. So remember like on Tuesday, I texted you guys and I was like, oh, One Punch Man fans, you're going to be really disappointed. So that was before I found out the news. I screenshotted the worst news. The news that I texted you about was that the director that they finally confirmed the director, and the director is a known I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this.
Yeah, let's say it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard people say romance anime.
Yeah, romance anime that begins with an H. He's famous for directing those kind of things, which automatically made me be like, all right, bad. But then he said,
What's happening in this season?
I don't know. It gets worse because then he was in an interview where one of the things he said was, lower your expectations. There's no chance it'll be like season one. We're mixing a lot of CG with 2D animation that I thought was pretty experimental, but there's no way we can reach season one's animation style. Which I was like, why the fuck would you say that? Like, what the fuck?
You've had so much time.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, and also after the trailers, everyone was already not excited. Just don't do interviews. Just don't do it at all.
This is sad for me.
This is
specifically, and like, Zach, you're gonna come back at this, me saying this, but like, One Punch Man was really my gateway anime more than like Dragon Ball was, because like we watched Dragon, huh?
I thought I like, so yeah, we watched
JoJo
whenever we were a kid. Yeah, you hated anime until you went to college, and then one day I was like, we came and picked you up, and you were like, "Hey Zach, I watched season 1 of JoJo," and I was like,
I didn't realize from your perspective that's how it was. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's your first anime.
I was closeted anime watcher for about like, yeah, I was very closeted for like probably 8 months, like going into college, and it was One Punch Man. Like I watched finally, and I'm like, kind of slaps. And then I like kept watching other things, and yeah, I guess JoJo I think was probably like 4th or 5th. I can't think of what was in between, because I remember talking to you about like wanting to watch Naruto, but I was like, ninjas ain't cool. And then they were, and then I was like, pirates ain't cool. And then One Piece. That's not the topic, sorry, but yeah, that's the One Piece. One Punch Man news is very sad. Yeah, One Frame news makes me sad.
Hate to see it. All right, final news. Got an announcement of the new Super Mario Galaxy movie, the Super Mario movie 2, and then we also got an announcement that they're remaking Super Mario Galaxy 2 and bundling that with Super Mario Galaxy 1, which was already made for the Switch a couple of years ago. So that's cool. I'm probably going to buy the 1 and 2 combo pack.
Me too.
That was fun.
Yeah, they were good games. I'm excited for the movie, but we literally didn't see anything about it. So I hope it's better than the last one.
Even the like trailer wasn't even Galaxy related until like the last second. Like it
had the song playing, and also technically, if you remember the opening of Galaxy 1, you start underneath of a tree and you run to the castle. They followed the path of the start of Galaxy 1, but I don't know. And you didn't really see much. You just saw the stuff you saw in the first movie. So this is Skylar's like favorite movie of all time, so he's like super excited for it.
It's not my favorite of all time, but it is definitely one of Lily's of all time. So she was so excited. She like, I told her about it, and it was like one of those things where you like know the other person isn't listening. So, but they'll like still respond to you. And she was like, yeah. And then like not even 5 minutes later, she's like, Skylar. And I was like, I know, it's so crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Knowing that I already had this talk with myself. But yeah, she is so excited. So I'm just hoping it lives up to her expectations. She might be the most excited person on the planet for this. So if it lives up to her expectations, I did this job. I hope so.
I hope they have less licensed music. I hope it is paced better. Those are my two hopes.
I hope Shy Guy is in the movie.
I hope the penguin's in the movie. I hope the penguin.
I hope the penguin is too. I hope the penguin and Shy Guy.
Because he's pretty popular from the first one.
Lily freaked out because she saw Monty Mole somewhere. And she is a diehard for Monty Mole. She loves Monty Mole. So she is
Monty Mole in Mario Kart World.
Funny enough, she only is Monty Mole on Mario Kart 8. Exclusively Monty. But her favorite animal is a cow. So she had a little predicament where she had Monty, yes, and the cow, who she calls Mr. Moo Moo. So Mr. Moo Moo's speed stat was a lot higher than Monty's. Because of weight, like the carts, like their speed is higher because like the cow itself has a lower speed stat. So she saw that. She went, Mr. Momo is fast. And then clicked him. And that's her racer.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really funny. I didn't have the heart to tell her that every character is basically as fast as each other. It's just like if the character is that fast or if the cart's like that fast.
Also, there's special boot. It honestly depends on what you play on, because like the Penguin actually drives faster on ice tracks.
Yeah, and like certain carts are faster on different tracks too. Yeah. Yep, didn't have the heart to tell her. So Mr. Moo is her.
Well, it's
guy
really rock the Penguin on the hog motorcycle. I don't remember the name of it. Nothing else. Why would you?
Yeah. I like that about this one. Yeah, but was that the end of your news? I could not.
I don't have any other news.
So
anything?
I have something.
Oh, let's hear it.
Yeah, I have a question.
Oh,
Zach.
Yes.
What have you been watching?
Oh shit, dude! I wasn't expecting you to ask me that. I definitely didn't.
I know.
Did I finish Skylar? Wait, who was here the end of the last podcast? Was it just Skylar?
Oh, I think I finished.
No, I think
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I finish Kaiju number 8 last time?
I don't think so.
Juan
I think you were a couple episodes behind.
I thought no. Wait, no.
You were 2 episodes behind. No, maybe you were.
You were behind because you wanted to wait to talk about it, and you said we're going to talk about it this week.
Right. I liked it.
Yeah.
And
I really like it.
I'm excited.
I'm still
to see
behind.
the end of the training.
Sorry.
Okay, well, next week.
That was my homework. I didn't even realize. Oh no, I just clicked. I lost it homework.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think
Sorry.
No, hey, next week we can talk about it with Chan then too.
The other thing, we've been grinding Dandy Dan season 2. It is so much better than the first season. Wait, okay. Did Matt animate season 1 of Dandy Dan? Was there an animation switch?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Is that just Science Sorrow?
I don't.
Aren't they still?
I don't. I know they are now, but they really killed it.
I think they were before. I don't ever remember it not being them.
Like everything. Like this season is so.
Dude, it's so good.
Significant.
Awesome. Are you caught up?
Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, or watch.
I haven't started it. It's on a list, and I need to
Move it up the list.
Okay, fair enough.
Season 1 is I'd say season 1 is a solid 7.5 out of 10 with some 9.5 peaks. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Season 2 is like a solid 9 across the board with some 9.5 peaks, maybe some 10s depending on your person.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking good, dude. It's really good.
Did you watch the most recent episode?
All caught up. The last episode I watched was The Exorcism. If you know.
Oh, I do.
This show is so funny, and the animation is so good, dude. Whenever they were fighting the evil eye, whenever they were fighting the evil eye underground, I was like, "This is amazing! What the fuck is this? Is amazing!" But whenever the plot was wrapping up when they were fighting the evil eye above ground, I was like, "Oh my god, this is awesome! I love this thing so much."
Zach,
what?
Wait.
I'm waiting, but it's so
literally hold that exact thought, and I think literally 2 or 3 episodes.
It's so good, dude.
Wait.
It's this season, and I've seen people complain oh, it's not going anywhere, but I don't want it to.
Wrong.
There's
They're wrong.
There's a slice of life vibe to this, and it's so awesome.
I saw some of the cooking stuff.
Whenever
the food looks really good.
It does. Well, they had to use a real picture because they said the drawing in the manga was too detailed, so they were like, "There's nothing we can do that's better." So they used a real picture of food in that scene.
I've seen some people say, and I think I agree, that the chemistry and romance between the two MCs is as a subplot is better than some just straight up romance animes.
100%.
It's so good.
The slice of life aspect of the show is the reason why
It's so good.
So
yeah,
good, dude. That episode, The Exorcism, is because it has the exorcism and then it has them just getting ready for school for half of the episode. And that sounds terrible, but it's so beautiful.
It's so good.
And it's just them talking, and it's so it's so good, dude.
I'm so glad you have the same opinion.
So bad. Like, why can't it be better? Why?
Dude, I have no reason to watch it. And if Dan to Dan keeps going like this, I feel like I should just never start Invincible. And I don't.
You have no idea how that makes any sense. I thought I had no idea
I don't.
it was, and I don't.
Like,
So good.
because I was supposed to watch Invincible, and then I picked up Dan to Dan, and now like I just feel like
It's like
Dan to Dan is not even the best out right now.
it's not the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm reaching. I'm fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
But Chandler's like, I agree because you're on my side.
Yeah, I mean, so it's more like they like the part of them being in school and then having like this hero duty out of school is more like what it is, not superhero because it's different.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they have life and then they have like duties like outside of school. And like that's
That aligns more with what I thought it was.
yeah, and like honestly, both are very nice.
Better than Invincible.
I agree.
Dude,
It got really dark in my room.
I was looking at that. I was looking at that the
It
entire
got really dark.
it's like a time lapse of the last like hour and 15 minutes of your room just darkening.
See, that always happened to me, and like I thought that was a me problem, but I'm glad that it spread across.
Let's go.
Yeah, I even have a window like right there, and my screen is the only thing lighting up my face.
Yeah,
I just got to get to a different time zone, man.
I know.
yeah, I guess. I'm excited to
That was-
continue watching Dan to Dan.
You definitely have more on your list,
Yeah, I have a tiny
right?
so
Okay, keep
me
going.
and Chandler
Sorry.
played a little bit of we played 3 games of Helldivers yesterday at the end of work. And then I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 6 Zombies because there was like a limited time attachment for the PPSH that I wanted, but I got it today, so I'm not going to play it anymore. So I wish Chandler was here. I was going to tell him on the podcast, but I had to text him. He's on vacation. Oh wait, I said that already. I beat the boss fight for the tomb. Chandler would be really excited right now if this is the first time I was telling him and he was here. But I like that boss fight a lot. It might be a very unpopular opinion, but I think that's either my favorite or my second favorite boss fight in Black Ops 6, which everyone says Black Ops 6 has the best boss fights of all time. So honestly, it might be my favorite boss fight of all time, just because I understand it's a stupid trophy. Yeah, I know you guys don't understand this at all. Like,
No idea. I was filing them off.
Zombies is known for having like these crazy, bombastic, like really out there bosses at the end of the Easter eggs. Like in Black Ops 3, you fight against a giant mech and then a dragon. And then in Black Ops 6, you fight against this giant like stone creature that was brought to life with this giant hammer. It's like a big dwarf guy, but he's like fucking giant made of stone. It's really cool. And then what's fighting for my number one is this giant fucking kraken that you fight against in one of the maps. And then the one I'm talking about is just a tiny trophy. But however, it is the most thought through boss fight that they have. It is a 10-stage boss fight, and it is so detailed and very fun. And I think more than any other boss fight in Black Ops 6, it pushes you to use like your entire kit without being cheese. Like I haven't fought against the final 2 boss fights in the game. The final map has 2 boss fights, and I've heard that one of them is piss easy, and the other one is like so hard you need to cheese it. I think this is insanely difficult, and you don't need to cheese it. Like if you just have your kit that you want to use, you just have to use the entirety of it. It's so fun. It's a really fun time. It reminds me of Destiny a lot. I know that sounds weird, but it's a great time. That's everything I've watched and played and etc.
So Austin.
Oh, I lied. I read Mojuro, Jutsu Kaisen 2.
Oh, yeah. More on that in a couple minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
So Austin, what have you been watching?
Oh boy, I am so glad that you asked, Guy.
I almost did twice.
Nice. Excuse me there for a second. All right, I have one thing that I want to talk about, but I'm going to say that for the last. So I got through the L4 arc on Black Clover. That was phenomenal. I knew that there was Sky. You're caught up on that, right?
I honestly don't even know.
Black Clover.
Raj.
Yeah, I read.
Yeah.
Barely read.
Okay.
Black Clover.
Yeah, I barely read.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was good. It's still not like. I think I'm gonna watch all of Black Clover and then kind of forget about it afterwards, if I'm being honest. But like, I'm still doing it. Like, it's not bad. It's just like there's other shows that like have a better message of friendship or like a more consistent quality, but there's really cool moments, and I do enjoy.
I think Gotcha has like the ability. I haven't watched much of it. I've only seen, I think, 4 episodes.
Oh my god, dude!
I think
that's
it has
another on my
the
list.
ability to tell like the same theme as Black Clover, but like way better.
Black Clover is very on the.
Yeah,
I thought the main thing with Black Clover is like Asa's mentality is like fantastic. Like the never give up despite the odds. Believe in yourself. Yeah. Just keep pushing and you'll make it. Yeah. Like I've heard that is the main thing. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Black Clover doesn't really. I mean, it does that, of course, but like
the elves, dude. I think that's a big thing. Like that's their entire like plot is racism.
I remember you writing a paper on it
I did.
in college. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess that's fair. Yeah, I don't mean to critique it. It's just like I just have other
critique.
Yeah,
Just
I think
specific
specific.
on it doesn't mean it's perfect.
No, I know you like it, and I do too. Yeah, it's perfect. But yeah, it's good. It's not like one that I'm like dying to watch every day. I finished season 3 of The Bear. I think I did that before last week, but oh my god, I can see Sky's background. Dang it, I just like
This guy's fierce.
Yeah, I know. I tried to find the light switch earlier and I missed. So
okay. I had to wait till the end to try again. Yeah. The season 3 of The Bear was definitely worse than the first 2. It was 100%. It was just sad, and it didn't get better. It wasn't bad, but there's just not like they were in like a depression. Yeah, like it was like the main character was like pretty depressed, and it just stayed depressed. There wasn't much of an arc. Like it was just depressed, and then other people also got depressed. It was sad. Yeah, I'll still watch it. I'm still enjoying it, and I hope season 4 is better. But it's all right. I started Wednesday because Caroline has watched that 2.5 times now in the past month, I think. And that's good. It's entertaining. I'm like 2 episodes in.
More on that later as well.
No way. That's crazy. Okay.
I know that. What you're the worst like at remembering. That.
I am too. I am sorry.
Wednesday like 8 times.
I remember he brought it up, but like I couldn't remember if it was something that he's like continuing. Whatever. I do suck. I suck at remembering. I'm sorry.
Second the podcast, I ate everything you said.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Gakurabachi 2, whatever you want to call it.
That's true.
Man, it's so good. It's just good. It's really good. I'm not even gonna stick on that because the one thing I will stick on.
The author.
Oh, the author. Yeah.
He said that
I
have watched the anime change her character design, which honestly makes me upset because her character design is so good.
I didn't see the manga. I'm curious. Yeah.
No. She's from here on out. Not so. She said that the anime basically covered her character design like 1 for 1, but she thinks that's a bad thing because she put too much going on, and she thinks it killed the animators. Because like think about Engine, because he's like tattoos and rings and chains.
Dude, all of their outfits.
Yeah.
Even Rudo, like his like main. I don't think you got to that point, but like his like main like outfit that he wears has so much going on. Like,
and that his hands.
Yeah, his hand, his gloves. Like, his gloves are so detailed. I think those need to be.
That's so deep.
But dude, Jabber, you can talk about that later, Scott, because I'm gonna jump on something else. But Jabber is a freaking menace, man, and the voice acting is so good. You gotta. All of the episodes with him, which is honestly like the majority of the show that's out at this point. It's like
3. Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah, something like that. God, they're good, man.
Oh, it's so good.
Like every single week that he was in it, I was.
So if you remember, we're talking about this and you made me watch it. You literally could not have picked a perfect time to make me want to watch it. Jabber was literally the end. I literally could not stop. I was like,
yeah, I'm so jealous that you get to watch it all in one because I've been watching an episode. I recommend. Yeah,
highly recommend.
Oh, and it's so bad.
Like, I don't watch it. Be productions like auto guys.
No, you're not.
That's productive. It definitely is.
Mediak work.
God, I watched like probably the first even just 2 episodes of him in it. I'm like, he might be like one of my favorite like anime just like antagonists.
Oh my god.
Like
I love his voice. I love his voice. His hair. His hair is fantastic too. Oh my goodness. The whole character is so
Thumbs up when we're done talking about Gachiro Okuta.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about for the character. I'd give 2. Oh.
What?
Okay, yeah, I'm done with that for now. What I actually wanted to talk about is what I've spent just under 10 hours in the last like 5 days on, which is Hollow Knight.
You texted about this, right? Or
Yeah, it's
Austin, you're stealing our house.
no, Scott. I know that one. I was literally saying everything. No,
it's so goddamn good, man. It's so
Austin and me had the same week, apparently.
10 hours, crazy, dude.
Oh,
yeah,
I have 10 hours. I have like 4, but this wasn't the only one.
Oh, I saw the.
I'm sorry, man. I won't go on it, but like, I guess I will say one thing because, like, I think with 4 hours, and maybe you're just better at the game than I am, but the progression of the abilities you get to like you go to an area and you're like, the floor seems a little unstable, or like there's a path up there, or like I need to go like do X, Y, and Z thing. Like as someone who's played video games, you're like, if I had this ability, that'd be great. And then you can't do anything, and then you go off into another adventure, and you just randomly get that ability, and you have to like go back to where you found previously, and you're like, it's so fun.
I really don't have any abilities really yet.
You got it, man. Because I wandered. That's why I think I have 9 hours. Because like 4 of those hours were just wandering around, not knowing what to do. Like,
yeah,
you kind of just like have to go through the map and go through all of the possible extensions.
Yeah, I'll talk about it whenever
that's pretty much what I'm done. I guess One Piece as usual, always. Yeah, that's about it.
It was crazy. Tell me what happened so I don't spoil.
In like the most recent episode of One Piece. Oh yeah, you guys are farther than me. Egghead dies, or not? I keep saying Egghead. Vegapunk. I always do that. I don't know why.
I saw a thing like say what did Luffy do? What did Sanji do?
Like that.
Yes.
Like
yeah. That's
that one hard, man.
That's one of my favorite fucking parts in the manga. Whenever he grabs both of them and he goes, "I'm not letting you do it."
It's so hard.
It's so fucking sick.
He makes Kizaru cough up blood.
Yeah.
And is holding back one of the elders and like palming it, and they do it. I just hurt myself. I was like, I got a little hard on the soft spot. But like they make it look like he's in pain just from like grabbing his face. I'm like, that's my emperor. That's like
anger and not pain. Like he was like
they made it look like he was like actually hurting him.
Oh, interesting.
Well, it was that too, but like he was like angry, and then you could see his like fingers like move in a bit, and like at least I interpreted it as like,
I didn't watch.
Dude, Luffy is strong enough to harm one of the like 5 elders, and like just by grabbing his face, like it just. That's my emperor, man. That's my key. That's my future king of the pirates.
The end of Egghead is, I mean, all of Egghead is amazing. Like, but the end of Egghead is fucking good.
Yeah. All right, I'm done. I've taken enough of Sky's stuff apparently, so I'll be.
Yeah. I'm getting a little annoyed over here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mine's gonna be like 2 funky things.
All right, Austin, this one should be an easy one. Okay.
I don't think it is. Yeah, sure.
You don't think it's gonna be easy?
Because if I mess it up, it's just me. There's no chance to balance it.
Do it. Just say it, and I'll match it with you. Okay.
Okay. Now I'm like, what's the words now? I'm gonna do right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Sky, what have you been watching?
Nailed it. That was good.
Nice.
Proud of you.
Good job.
All right, so I'll start it off. I'm caught up on One Piece manga. I actually had a ridiculous amount this week. So caught up on One Piece manga, and it's so weird because like I was literally on Egghead probably like, I don't know, weeks ago, but it feels like so long ago from where like I'm at, because it feels like I've been in location for such a long time But I know the reality really hasn't been.
It's just what the life of being caught up, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm caught up on Dan to Dan. I'm caught up on Gachi Akuta. And Hollow Knight. The first one is called like the Underground or something, the Forbidden Underground or whatever. I literally beat. So I was mad because I got like I am so bad at tracking myself on the map. I'm quite literally Zorro. So I had like the literal first thing I bought from the store was the thing so I could see my icon. So I knew where I was.
You have to. I bought like that was the.
I was like, where am I?
It was bad, man. I mean, you both know how bad I am with directions. Like I was lost in that game for a minute. It was rough.
I would literally get to a point and I was like, if I just go straight left, I know once I hit this little elevator portion that I just have to jump up. If I go to the top and then go right a certain distance, I know I'm vaguely back. Yeah. So I had to buy that. I actually found like a hot spring trying to get back one time, and I don't even know how I did that.
Hell yeah.
And then I saw this one thing in like the top right, and I thought it was a boss. So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try and fight him." But I had like a lot of that like geo at the time, and I was like, "I don't want to lose my geo." So then I go buy something, and then by the time I got back, like, I still have a lot of geo. So I eventually didn't have it, and I fought him in like the top right corner. And I was like, "Oh, that wasn't the boss." So that was a little underwhelming. And then I went down and fought the actual boss, and I lost the first time. And I was like, man, I really don't know how far away I was, because like I was doing pretty good. And then at the end, I just apparently stopped remembering his attack patterns, and I started getting hit by like everything. I was like, oh my god, I want to stop around. I don't need to lock in. I was like, I thought I was done. I need to lock back in. And then I died, and I redid it again like the next day because I had some extra time. And I think I was literally like one hit away from the first time. So I was like, wow, I'm going to pretend I didn't happen. So yeah, I beat that. Now I'm a little confused because like I found a really dark room, but I don't know where it was.
Always go in it.
And it's not on my map. Well, I can't see. You know, I had a lot of geo.
Do it.
Don't go in.
And I was like, I had like 400 something geo because I was saving up for the second mass shard. And I was like, I'm not going to lose this. And I instantly went out of the room.
True.
And now I'm like,
no, dude, do that. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna get spoilers for the game. I have not gone into a dark room and continued on once. Like,
I'm going to buy the bug. Yes, I'm going to buy the guy so I can see. Yeah. And then I will take on the dark room like a true Hollow Knight.
It is made so that you can't progress unless you can see. Like a lot of the games, you need abilities or charms to go. So what the hell are you saying, Zach?
Just be a true Hollow Knight.
I really should.
I don't even know. Basically, game. I've seen
you want to play that. You will love it.
I guarantee.
I really thought I was going to be the only one with it this week.
I'm sorry. Like
it's okay. I mean, we actually just had the same week. So I can't even, there was like, I mean, I guess for Mediak people, clearly you could tell this was not planned, but I genuinely thought I was going to have like a one-of-one experience today on the podcast not even for just that, but like for so many other things. Like literally everything you did, I thought was one-of-one, except for like One Piece and Gachi, because I know we both watched that. But, and then Wednesday, me and Lily are now done with the season because we were at a point at which I thought was the season finale, but I think we just caught up and then they weren't done releasing episodes. So we stopped watching for a bit and then now everything's out and we are fully caught up. I'll wait and hear your opinion on it before I even speak about it. I feel like it's really hard to talk about it and not give away some parts. So I'll just kind of hold my opinions for now until
like 2 episodes into the first season, man. Like I just started.
I still think I'll wait. I think because like I'm not even gonna try to justify it. It would be a spoiler. But next is Kagurabachi. I think I was on like chapter 26 last time we talked, and I started really hammering in on my cardio again. I used to only go for like 10 minutes on an incline, but I've been doing 30 now. So I'm flying through chapters and I'm on 43. So
Let's go, dude.
yeah, almost double. And it is so good. I love this main character and I hope he sticks around. I really like the guy. But yeah, I had two of those. Both of those. And then on the Switch, they dropped like where you can play some of the older games from other Nintendo consoles, like the Game Boy, the GameCube, Super Nintendo, and that. So I got those and I was peeking around those, and they have some games on there that I like. There's some that are missing that I'm honestly a little upset over. There's really not a lot for the GameCube, and I really wanted some of those GameCube games. So I am moderately upset about that, but there's a lot in there that I didn't think I'd want that I like. Now that it's there, I'm glad I have it. Like old Super Strikers, because I got to play that. Oh, that's not it. Mario Strikers, the soccer game, the first one. It feels oddly better than the newer one. Like the goalie feels better because in the new one, the goalie's like a little easy. Yeah. And in this one, and this one, the goalie's like actually like competent. So that's nice. And then I started another Baldur's Gate playthrough with Andre. And that's pretty fun. Like FIFA, I started doing like a career mode for Real Madrid because I love Real Madrid. I know. And I literally just made sure I bought like all the players for the upcoming like season that they have, but there's one player who I can't get. And honestly, like Dokkan has been like flying. My luck has been honestly too good on Dokkan. I'm honestly really scared for the upcoming anniversary in a couple months. So I'm honestly terrified. I've literally gotten the character I wanted, the new character on the first rotation like the last couple of times, which is unheard of.
That is unheard of, Scott. Worst luck ever.
Yeah, so I am so worried.
You should be.
And then Caden's now going through Demon Slayer, so I watched a couple episodes of Demon Slayer, and then I'm expecting to watch the movie, I think, next week, I hope. So
Chandler,
I'm pretty excited about that.
But
I'm glad he didn't, because I really want to see it.
He told me his feelings yesterday about it.
Okay.
Good or bad?
I prefer. No, I don't want to go on.
And not even positive or negative. Okay, just say positive or negative for me.
He said mid.
Okay, we move on, but we're done.
Okay. Yeah, but I think that's all I had to write it.
Job. I just was summarizing his opinions for Austin.
That's all I wanted. He literally just gave me one word.
I think that's all I've been watching. Oh, ReZero. I watched another like episode or two of ReZero.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Austin, there was one week that you weren't here, but me and Lily also started The Bear. Like 2 episodes in. I really like it. I don't think she does. So
it's amazing how anxiety inducing they can make. Like I think Zach would like it from like a cinematography standpoint.
I think so too.
Yeah, I
like it from the cooking aspect. It's so sick. And I like the stress. It's weird because I hate stress, but I love their stress.
It's good. It's nice stress. It's like
it's not nice stress. It's bad stress, but it's nice to watch. Yes, it's very. No, I can't, but I can. You know, like I like it. I like the main character so much too. I think he's so good.
Yeah, he's a good character.
Yeah,
that's him, right? He's so awesome.
Yeah, he sucks.
No, I love him.
Oh, they said he sucks. I'm like, oh,
they said he's so awesome.
Great.
He's great. Yeah.
But I think that's now actually it for. Oh no, I read the one that Jujutsu Kaisen 2, and I said we were awesome. Did you?
I can drop
it.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to say one thing about a complaint that's common related to it, that people are like, the thing related to the ring completely negates the end of Jujutsu Kaisen. And like, I don't really have that big of a deal about it because
I don't either.
it's life, you know, like, and obviously it wasn't going to be like, and they lived happily ever after at the end of that.
Yeah.
Obviously it wasn't like, yeah, there was going to be some reform, but it wasn't going to be perfect. Obviously, that was really impressive. So like, I'm not that upset about it. I think that there's more of a reason to be upset about what's his name not giving it to her. But I also think that's like a character.
I disagree.
Develop, you know. I like that he didn't. I like that he just is like, I'm down for this.
Wait, did you completely finish the chapter?
I think so. I read it really late at night. Sorry.
So like, there's one point at which she said she's not giving the ring because he can't use any sorcery or anything. Like, he's actually just like Maki.
Yeah, that's why it's
so
the sword
crystal. Yeah. And like, she wants the ring because of Grandpa, and she said she's like being weaker than him.
Well,
and she wants it to be yeah, and his reason is that she's more talented than him, and he needs it to catch up to her. And then him at the end saying like, "I'll give it to you once we get to that point," is like it kind of settled it in my mind. It kind of made them closer. But dude, I love the guy. He is so fun. He's so yes.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the animation. I mean, the art style at first. I really like.
No, I love the art style. The art style is fantastic.
I like the aliens, and also
but I think too. He's fun.
It's so interesting the way that they talked about like, where he said something like they have people like us, and I'm like, oh, sorcery and like curses
come from them.
Yeah, like that's super interesting to me because I always thought I didn't like the explanation for what's his name Sakuna having two sets of eyes and times. I was like, okay, that sounds like an explanation that someone came up with to explain this. Like, that's for some reason to me that always sounded like more like a myth instead of the actual explanation for it. I like the idea that it's more of like an offshoot of this alien species or something like that. I don't know.
I really like in this one how he is strictly looking to see if there are people like him.
Yeah.
And if they're as strong as him. And I also like the confirmation that Yuji and Gojo are like on the same level. I like seeing that. It kind of like a wrap.
Yeah.
It kind of sorry for Jujutsu Kaisen spoilers. I like how it
the shit out of it, bro.
Oh, we had.
It's impossible not to with this shit. With this,
when we say Jujutsu Kaisen 2, you have to imagine Jujutsu Kaisen 1 is going to be mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really like how he starts off like strictly looking for himself, but I think he ended up like really making a bond with the granddaughter. And obviously he did because he saved them using his power and getting exposed. And they're like, "You're an alien." And he just goes, like, as if he just wants to be like, "No."
What do you think about that one guy?
I do.
What do you think like?
Are you talking about like the evil organization that like kidnapped the children, that lured them down that alleyway, and then they fought in that end room?
No, I'm thinking.
I don't know.
The aliens. I'm thinking of the aliens. They like had like a shadowy figure that people are like, what if that's like the new Suckin of this series, the big bad?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing that.
That was next week. I might be mixing that up.
I don't know. It comes out tomorrow. And if it is, I'll see it tomorrow and then I can give my opinion on it next week. And if I just don't remember it, I'll see it again. So,
all right, let's cut that off. We could bring Austin back.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, let's bring Austin back. Yeah. He's been entertaining the YouTube side of this for far too long.
Yeah.
What's up?
That's the TLDR.
You should read it.
Yeah.
If you finished Jujutsu Kaisen.
I didn't finish that. I need to. I've seen so many spoilers at this point that like I might as well just keep going in the manga. So I was like, I love the anime, and I'm like, oh, I should.
Yeah, honestly, if you want to wait, I think there's a chance for a different ending. So I think it'll be extended. I don't know. I think the odds aren't zero that it's different. So
I think
like I want to say I don't think
an extent like. I think everything.
It's not going to be a 180.
Yeah, I think everything after the manga will happen. I just think we're going to see a lot more, get more detail, get more lines related to things happening into it. I just think it was a little unexpected.
Yeah. I agree. I do agree with you there, and I do hope that it is like that. But honestly, if you want to wait, I think that's a fine idea. Yeah, like at best case, at worst case, you get exactly what I got. Best case, you get slightly better. So I think there's no harm in waiting. Aside from you have to wait to start the new series because of the characters. But like that's the main downside is that you can't start the different spin-off that they started. Yeah.
Oh,
you'll know everything within the first couple pages.
Show, even so much as like characters returning from the show, you know that they survive, and like in the Jujutsu Kaisen is truly the type of show to show like scars and shit. So like even so much as know how like damaged they're gonna be in the fights. So yeah, definitely don't do that. I don't think you should. I like it a lot. Don't read it if you don't know Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay, so this might be the third time I said this. This might be the third time I've said this, but I actually think that is all for this week for what we watch it. I think that is it.
Last like 10 minutes. I feel really bad.
I'm so sorry.
No, I was on my phone calculator and AirPod like for a second.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
On me, dude.
And then there's a point where I pushed my chair back and like my legs were in the picture and it really looked like I just had no pants on.
He's just straight up.
I was like, because my pants are like similar colored to like, or my shorts are similar color to like my legs kind of, and like they're kind of just pulled up, and I'm like, oh, you two ain't gonna like that one. just flashing full dick and balls on YouTube.
Don't worry. We'll put a slight black box.
And we made a big black at the forts.
A huge black box. Yeah, don't worry. Zach got you.
Quarrels out this week.
Yeah. So let us know what you thought about Monsters Inc. down below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you made it this far. Noah, I did not forget about you. My team is the Denver Broncos. Come back next week. We'll be here with. We'll come back next week with Monsters University. So
I told him you were going to wear.
Watch it and let us know you're. I know. I forgot about wearing it until like we started, but no, before. So we're going to be here with Monsters University next week. So watch it and let us know what you think in next week's video.
I was going to say, try to guess what we're going to do next week.
Oh, yeah. Try and guess, guys.
Yeah. But, we have to edit in Chandler's thing again. But, I mean, I guess see you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Have a great time.